Hello, hello, and welcome to everyone who's watching on the record. Let me put the subject. Hello, everyone who's watching on the record. Welcome. Just give me a sec and I'll be there with you. I'll be there for you. Hi. Okay, I think I'm back, right? Hope you can hear me. Give me a plus if you hear me. I hope you can, and I will just continue. So, what kind of place a woman preferably have in life? I mean, her own understanding of it, and understanding of her partner. What kind of a position? Let's call it a position. If we relate it as to a job, that would be a position. What kind of a things a woman should do, kind of place she has to take. And you know, when they say there's like such a really sexist thing we have in our country, in Russia, and I think in general there is this belief that woman's place is on the kitchen. That's kind of a really offensive to nowadays world, you know, when everyone's just like, no, we're for being equal and emancipation, and women as strong as women, as men, we can do anything on the same level. And yeah, I agree with that as well. It's kind of a weird to go both ways, but I would say that the woman has a right, and has a right to choose if she wants to have her place on the kitchen. Other way around, if it's actually she's forced to be in the kitchen, she doesn't want to, that's a different story, right? But we will gonna talk about it on live, about abuse, that we call it like that. But I really believe that the woman's place is on the kitchen if she really wants it. If she's not like forced to be there, and if she's not doing it in order to please her spouse or her family, her children or mother or whoever is there. If she doesn't want to do that, then if she really wants it herself, she can do that, of course. But it's completely not the ultimate place for a woman to be. It's not the place that she has to take, like the majority of women have to choose or something. I would think that it's kind of such a small segment. There's like a small percentage, I don't know, like 1-2% who really wants to be on the kitchen all the time and, like, you know, cooking something. They're probably really cool in opening a business and making it like that, right? But in general, I think I like the joke that says a different story, vice versa. When you just when you say that the woman's place is on Maldives, why not? So I really think that this is really a proper place for a real true woman. I think Mila went to Maldives like last year or something. And yeah, that's a true spot for a woman. Hi, welcome. So nowadays this kind of a thing that, you know, it's really offensive to say that the woman is placed on the kitchen and we cannot work and that kind of plays a really mean joke on that with us. And I would say that I've spoken about it a little bit on the feminism live, like quite a while ago. But when you're actually choosing the new way, it's kind of a cuts down the ways, like old-fashioned ways, you know. What do you really want to do with all these lives and everything is just to maintain the idea that you can actually choose to have a different path. You can actually be a desperate housewife. Okay, just a housewife, and you can stay in the kitchen, you can stay just do whatever you want at home. And even if you're not, even if you're choosing like to go work and everything, which is actually a lot of plus women do, which is completely normal thing to do and really healthy thing to do, you know, when you're actually not doing anything at home, it's kind of it's gonna bring some problems there, because you're just gonna feel not happy if you're not doing anything with your life and just consuming. Right, so it's just a thing that you're not supposed to ride within, right? So when you're with your husband and you just develop. Okay, let's start with the beginning. I'm just skipping all the time, right? So first of all, the woman should understand that her thing to do is actually to be. It's kind of a hard concept to grasp for nowadays people, but when you're for the woman, it's really important. What is she like? That she's positive, she's upbeat, she's enjoying life, and she's funny, and she's sexy, and she's caring. You know, all this kind of stuff. For a man, it's really important. What does he do? So that's a different thing there, you know, and this is really easy to confuse nowadays, that for the that we can do equally, we can have equal positions, we can do everything in the same manner. But the thing is, for a woman, it's not, it's really important what's her state of mind, state of being actually like at exactly this particular moment. And if she's losing it, she's actually losing her femininity. Yeah, so she just becomes like a really harsh person and gets closer to the man psychologically, right? Because when a woman think about only about results, this is what a man would actually think about at like doing a result. And when you're actually thinking about the result, you forget about how does it feel to make the process, because the process for a woman, the process is actually much more important rather than the result. That's why, like, you know, man is just like dealing with all outside stuff and taking care of family financially and protecting and doing like, you know, gaining some kind of stuff, and it doesn't matter how he look like at the moment. Most of the time it not really matter for how he feels like, and actually mostly for him, because for men it's really important what is the result out there, right? But for woman, it's really important what she feels like within the process, because when she's actually taking care of children, it's not the I think that's what the children is going to be like at the end. Where is the end? Actually, there's no end in actually raising children, right? And like being a mom and being, yeah, you're becoming a friend after a while, but it's still, you still kind of have like this upper figure for your children. But okay, let's take it as 18 years old is actually the age when they they have grown up, and you got something there, some kind of a result of what have you grown. But it's not like usually parents are taking this age for like 30, 35 or 40, 45, and like, yeah, look what I gained, look what my children gain. Like, yes, right, but it's really important what you actually feel like within those 35 years. How do you feel yourself? What do you give to your children? Because if you're feeling like you're exhausted and you worked a lot, that means that probably your family is going to go down. So that's why you have to think in the very beginning, before creating a family, when you're actually looking for a spouse, like, take a big position in that, is that like you're not the engine to, I don't know, to bring money or something, to have a status, to gain status, right? This is what your spouse is about. You're the one who's supposed to have the statement within you. Like, and this is really important thing to grasp, that you have to develop this kind of this feeling of self-worth, that you're worth a lot, and that's and maintain this feeling. And you know, like, we're actually the energy generators. We're literally creating energy on which the all the family runs on. every part of the family is really, really important, but the woman is actually the engine. If we are that, you're out of fuel for the engine, you're not gonna go anywhere. So it's really important to refuel yourself as well, you know, so you would actually be this fuel. You would not be exhausted and you would not be completely burned out. And for the man, is for the engine, you know, he's working on the fuel. Okay, if you're fuel, you're not gonna go anywhere because you don't have an engine. If you're fuel, you're just gonna soak into the ground and that's it. You're just gonna fade away with time, yes, but like with a long time. But this is how it works, like man and female energy, when he's the engine and she's the fuel. So make sure that you are the fuel and you're not soaking the energy out of your engine, but you're actually give this energy to him, and you're not giving it to some kind of other sources. It might be a toxic friends, it might be a really hard job, it might be a hard relationship within the family, something like that. And or maybe you just really giving all your energy to the kids. Like let's remember the main principle, the cake principle, that would say, that you remember about yourself. You're taking care about yourself first, and then you take care about the others. Like, you know, if you didn't maintain yourself, like nothing's gonna, you're not going to be able to take care about anyone else. So what is the cake technique is when you're actually, like, you know, when you're cutting the cake, it doesn't matter man or woman does it, like but the first piece always goes to you, to a woman, right? So as they care about the fuel, yeah, I would say. So you're just taking the first piece, the one that you really love, that you like look at and it's like, oh my God, I want this piece of cake to be mine, right? So you're just like, yes, I want this. And you're taking it. You're not giving it to your spouse, you're not giving it to your children, you're not giving it to anyone. You're taking it in your on your plate, right? So you're just taking care of it by yourself. And if your spouse does it, you should ask him to give like this piece for me, please. Just like first. Yeah, don't be shy on this manner, because yeah, he's actually going to be really entertained by that, and maybe even aroused, because he's just like, oh yeah, she's speaking, like, you know, for men it's really important for that the woman that will pick everything the best. So she would take the best part of the cake, she will get the best dress, she will get the best, she wants to have the best apartment and the best car and the best everything, the best cosmetic stuff, the best everything, the best shoes, best bags, best phones. Because what? Because if she's choosing everything, if she's choosing is the best, then she's choosing the best man as well. So this kind of complements him as well. Like, make sure, this is like a really big life hack, but when you're choosing something average, you're going to choose the average man. Just choose everything that you want for yourself, the best. Everything that you surrounds you should be the best. Then you'll have the best man, because you just attracted him. You'll just attract the best man for you, and the best man for the qualities that you're choosing to be the best, right? If you're just like, I don't know, I'm just gonna feed everyone else and just gonna take the piece of the cake that I don't really enjoy, don't really like, but like whatever, I'm just gonna have a leftover, and then you're gonna be with the leftover man, like, you know, that the man who hasn't chosen anyone hasn't been chosen by anyone, and he just was standing alone because he was left alone, no one wants him, and then he's like, okay, I'm just gonna take him because he's my leftover, and I'm okay with him, with that. And I don't think you want to do that, right? So take care of you. So basically, yes, when you're choosing a man, just choose whatever, like the best thing for you. Other thing is, like, think about your fueling of, I'm using this word a lot on this live. That's your first job is actually creating an environment in the family. So as you know that the man is bringing taking care of family financially, and woman is taking care of the nest with her energy and creating a really good environment in there. Basically, I can just end this video by saying like, that's it, that's all it takes. Just take care about yourself, and your thing is to actually how you say, make the life beautiful, like, you know. Okay, it's kind of sounds like I'm talking about the decoration. Talking about the job. So when you're actually interested in something, when you're creating something, you're sewing or making a really good handmade cosmetics, or you're doing the makeup thing or something like that. This is what you have to dedicate yourself to. And I mean, you have to, because if you're not gonna make like, how do you say that, direct this energy in exactly this way when you want something, but you're just like, I don't know, this might lead to some kind of like, you know, energy plugs, energy breaks, when you just like stopping all the energy, and then that's it. And then you're not gonna have all the energy for your family, for the children, for your husband, just for yourself, for your husband, for your children. Exactly in this direction. I forgot the word. What was the word? No, not consecutive. No. So you're taking care about yourself, then your husband, then your children. But when you're not actually inputting this energy that you have your hobby, like maybe you're just having it draw, like really like to paint, or you just like color something. It's not necessarily supposed to be something that brings you income or something, but it has to be something that fulfills you from inside. Might not fulfill you with money, but it should fulfill you with energy. Because again, who are you? You're the fuel. You're the fuel, and you have to maintain that your level of energy in order to bring it there, because you're always gonna have a fuel. Like all your life, you're just gonna fuel men with and your family with everything. But the thing is, when you're actually cutting down the way for the energy to get in or actually get out, you're actually like closing the energy, and it seems like you're getting stingy with your energy and with your fuel. And like, it's not because you're stingy, it's most likely because you don't understand that you're cutting the way to this energy to live its own life, and created something really beautiful. And I know it's like for a lot of women, it's just like, how no, I should work like men and do everything's like, okay, work like men sounds really sexist. I should like work really hard and get a lot of money and be happy with that in my marriage. Well, if you love how you're making money, if the way that you're making money is fulfilling you, then it's amazing. If you have enough time to actually to spread all the sources within your family, then your children is taken care of, and your husband is happy. You give him everything you want. You kind of close all the necessities that he has. Not a good word neither, like, you know, because you should be able to close it ourselves, but we need a partner for some things, right? We want a partner for some things there. And if you dedicate a lot of time to your work, but you do understand that that the family goes first, it's totally okay. And if your family is like have enough of your attention, and you're just grabbing all this work and this amount of routine or whatever, like it's amazing. You're a superwoman probably, but just make sure that you're not overworking, overkilling yourself with that, with the things that you have to do, like work or give something to your partner, to your significant other that you do not want to. You're doing something that you don't want to, you're actually bringing your level of energy down, because it brings you sadness. And the sadness is something that it's not a resourceful statement. It's completely not. So I'm thinking that in the next life is actually going to be on chakras, so I can explain how the energy flows. And on this one, just make sure that you feel this energy, like any kind of energy. When you have energy, it's an amazing thing to have, and just work on developing it. If you know the source of your energy, whether it's a hobby or a sport, or taking care of your children, or cooking, which can be a hobby as well. Whatever it is, if you have something that develops your energy, and it doesn't matter if it brings you money or not, it has to bring you pleasure, it has to bring this joy, it has to bring you energy. So make sure that you have this in order to actually to take your proper place in life there. And yeah, I think for today we have it's coming, we're actually having our lives getting shorter, because yeah, I think for 1 hour live, it's kind of outdated thing already. So do it for like 20-30 minutes lives about the short topics like this one, for example. Next one is going to be probably pretty big, I suppose, because chakras is really important things, and really fun to talk about, and a big one. Thank you for the like, and I'll see you next week. And if you have any questions, just direct it to this account, and I'll see you next week.